Okay, there she goes. Yeah, here we go. Oh, babe, she's got it. I'm your Venus. Yeah, it's cold in here. Alexa, what's the current temperature?
Right now, it's 71 degrees
That's
Fahrenheit.
right.
By the way, you have 2 new notifications. Do you want to hear them?
No. Ooh, excuse me. Come on, mate. Okay. At least I can turn off my AC for a little bit. Bear with me here, folks. I'm all screwed up like I always am when I start these live streams. Nothing changes. Apparently with me, there's no learning curve when it comes to certain shit. I'm your Venus. Man, it's actually fucking cold. Well, not cold, it's just... Ow! Damn it. There goes my toes. Ooh, boy, did that hurt. Oh, God, there's no worse pain besides getting a splinter in your hand or underneath your feet than kicking your toe into the corner or something. Oh, man, what a wonderful way to start off this live stream, huh, folks? Oh, there's always some goofball shit going on, huh? Oh, man, did that hurt. What's going on, Prime? How you doing? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't waste any time, man. I'm like cancer. I don't give up. Yes, I am the internet's cancer, not easily vanquished. Man, it was a sunny day today, and then out of nowhere, the sky turned dark gray, and it's been raining for hours, and it came down bad. Like, it almost felt like the potential for a tornado. I mean, the lights kind of went off and on and off and on. So, I mean, there's a really big branch from a tree that fell down right in front of my apartment. I should have really checked my car, make sure my car is okay. But I just paid off my car insurance anyway, so if it gets all screwed up, I'll let Geico handle that. But, oh man, my fucking toe. Damn, that hurt. So, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Happy Friday, happy Friday. I wanted to start this off early today because I can. Why not? Obviously, by the title of this live stream, I'm kind of poking fun at fucking people out there. You know, let me tell you something. It's just like the video I uploaded a couple hours ago about fucking man babies and man children. Fucking people need to fucking grow up, man. You know, everything's so stern and serious. Should listen, Man Child by Sabrina Carpenter. I think you'll like it. I probably would. Oh, but some of these Facebook people and these fucking hobbyists and cosplayers, like I dealt with this shit with the 501st when I was a member many moons ago. It's like, man, fucking people need to relax and calm down and just have fun. Everything's got to be serious and censored and cleaned up and polished up. You know, have a little fucking fun, man. Spread your wings out a little bit and relax, man. Especially when it comes to these collectors groups, like people need to fucking just relax a little bit and chill out. Have fun. They're fucking toys, man. You know, there's a couple assholes in this one Facebook group. One of them clearly is one of these precious little people who, you know, is selling off their Transformers toys, who probably buys and then flips them and sells them. So, you know, one of the things I've always noticed in these fucking hobbies is that whenever it comes to people potentially making profit and money, they're so fucking overprotective. You know, here, I run an eBay store. I got a ton of orders I'm going to process on camera. This is today. I brought out a whole bunch of orders to the post office, and I've been getting more and more orders throughout the day. So that's awesome. But it's just like, man, have a little fun with that shit. You know what I mean? If you come off to be a dry, boring asshole, you know, people are going to start looking at you like, what the fuck, man? You know, and I've been making these YouTube shorts with, you know, my Transformers collection. I've been having a good time with it. And people were shitting on the fucking live stream that I did, who didn't watch the live stream, who didn't even watch the follow-up video, all of a sudden started talking all this bullshit in one or two of these Transformers groups on Facebook. And I'm like, did you even bother to watch the fucking thing? Did you watch the live stream? That thing's got over 200 views since I did it. Did you take the time to even look at it? And then I did the follow-up video the next day talking about what it was like to actually do that live stream. And then, you know, a couple of fucking man babies started attacking me in one of the groups. I'm like, you didn't even fucking watch the thing. How do you know what I was talking about? You didn't watch it, clearly, based on the language you were using. Oh, it was a waste of time and a waste of gas. That's not the fucking point. The point was to have fun, dummies. I had a great time until the fucking drama at the end of the live stream happened. You know, I'm like, God, man, have a little fucking fun. Why does everything got to be so dry and serious and boring? God, man, you give me a piece of paper, I'm going to turn that fucker into an airplane and throw it around for a little bit. Man, people got to relax and have a little fun once in a while, man. Like, God damn it. People need to fucking chill out. Today's world and today's society of internet assholes and TikTok and, you know, and DEI and PC, it's like, man, have a little fucking fun. Everything's so fucking stale and dry and serious. Man, a guy can't even fucking drive around and having a good time. I mean, people take their fucking motorcycles and drive on the highway for no reason at all because they can. Fucking man babies. Real fucking man children. I can't believe this. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Man, people really need to fucking calm down and relax a little bit. Spread your wings and have fun. But again, I figure let me was a highlight of my day, total blast. Yeah, I had fun. And everybody that watched that was having fun. You know, I even said it. It's like, okay, I already have one of these. Let's see what happens if I can find one. And if I do find one, I wouldn't even know what to do with it if I did get one. But I already had one in my possession, which I've talked about again today on YouTube. And these fucking idiots, you know why? Because they are selling toys and selling Transformers. And once money's involved, it bankrupts the fucking brain. Money is definitely the root of all evil, man. And when you start getting money into the mix, that's why you see like Sports Card Dad and Jeff Wilson and Neo Cards and Comics and all of these talking heads, Dan the Card Man. I'm not bashing those guys, but a lot of those fellas have money invested into the sports card hobby, you know, and a lot of them have sponsorships, you know, through these sports companies that sell top loaders and penny sleeves, you know, and plus they poured a ton of money. If the price of these baseball cards or sports cards drops, they're going to fucking lose their minds. Anytime there's any negative talk about sports cards, they're the first one. No, sports cards are great. Sports cards are great. Shh, don't listen to those guys. Shh. That's what happened with me with the fucking 501st Legion in New York because I spoke up against them. Shh, don't talk about that. You know, here's a guy that's been in the newspapers and on TV, you know, who's done news interviews because he was at the World Trade Center site. He's talking bad about us. We got to shut him up. Shh, shh, shh. You know, and it's like, get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck you people. Everything's got to be so fucking serious. Everything's got to be about for profit. You know, even though I run a business on eBay, you still got to have a little fun with the damn thing, man. You got to have a little fun with it. That's why I do these live streams. Oh, by the way, if I look a little taller on camera, that's because of my chair. This whole time I've been sitting down on my chair, and I forgot that over time it does tend to sink, that I pumped it up for the first time, and now I'm up higher in my chair, which is cool. But I'm going to fulfill these eBay orders on camera for you guys. But it's like, man, you gotta just fucking relax, man. You gotta relax. Hey, listen, people are going to break my balls. They're going to break my balls. Without the personal attacks, you know, have at it, man. But at the same time, it's just like, God, everything's got to be so fucking serious. And you got these people that think they own these fucking hobbies that want to put all these rules on people. Get the fuck out of here, man. Hobbies are meant for the individual to get away from the real world for a little bit, to reset the brain, to refresh the brain. In that instance, I would argue with anyone to use the term brainwashing in that effect. You're literally washing your brain of stress and everything else, man. And it's like, God, everybody's got to be so damn serious all the fucking time. You know, you can't joke around. It's like, fuck, man, enough. Like, stop already. God, everything's got to be stale and... Man, and right away, it's like, oh, it's a waste of time and gas. I wouldn't have done that. But I'm like, that's not the fucking point. The point was to do it to have a good time and to fucking get some fresh air. Here again, it's raining. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. I got my door wide open. Alexa, what's the current temperature?
Right now, it's 71 degrees Fahrenheit.
It went from 90 to 70 because of the weather outside. I could finally shut my air conditioner off again. The point is that, you know, as bad as the weather's been here around my neck of the woods in Charlotte, to get out and take a fucking random car ride to go look for a toy that I already have, the point was to get fresh air and have a good time with you guys. And it completely went over their fucking heads. It's like everything has to be everything has to be so serious. And then I clapped back, and then they started clapping back, and I clapped back again, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to make a dedicated video just for these people. And I did share the link, by the way. It's like, God, fucking relax, man. Let a guy have his fun. Let me have my fucking fun. They're goddamn toys. I've been saying that again and again. We're talking about toys. I know collectors have an interest and have a personal investment into, you know, these hobbies, but man, fucking calm down. Jesus, calm down a little bit. Everything's got to be so fucking serious and without fun. It's got to be devoid of all fun, devoid of like any kind of happiness and joy. Everything's got to be fucking stale and bankrupt. It's like ridiculous, man. Have a little fun. That's why those YouTube shorts I've been doing with my Transformers, I'm having a blast doing that. Coming up with ideas and trying to come up with some goofy, ridiculous skit to do with my Transformers collection, I think it's a lot of fun. And people have been responding to it, and it's great. After that, you collect the way you want to collect. I'll collect the way I want to collect. Don't worry about what I do with my car. You know, again, you know, I'm not the end-all, be-all of these hobbies. It's just, you know, when you got people trying to rip off a fellow collector by overcharging for a fucking Starscream toy that goes for like $40 and you're trying to get $200 out of it, which, by the way, I double-checked that eBayer. They lowered their price down to $169.99 or something like that. And it's still and this person still has 5 in their inventory. They're never going to sell that for that price. You know, again, I'm not the end-all, be-all guru of fucking collecting. I know that. I'm nobody. I'm just a fucking YouTuber. You know, and I talk a lot of smack. But after that, man, it's like, God, just fucking stop it already. These people, once money comes into the fray, or once free shit, once the potential of getting free shit, like what happened in New York with the 501st Legion, after I started going public after what they did to me to throw me under the fucking bus the way they did, after spending thousands of fucking dollars on costumes and coins and stickers and shirts and all that bullshit. Shh, don't do that, don't say that, don't talk about it. Fuck you. Shutting me up only makes me want to talk about it more. They were wrong. I was right. Tough fucking shit. Everything, you know, when you take fucking hobbies and you try to put rules on a fucking hobby, hobbies, fan-made, by the fans, for the fans. Yeah, you don't want to be in a Darth Vader costume telling a kid to go fuck himself. That you don't do. If I was dressed as Freddy Krueger, I can be as inappropriate with my language as I want, because that's Freddy Krueger. That's his shtick. But after that, my stuff is to do with as I damn please. What's up, Moore's guy? It's just so pathetic. God, people need to fucking cool down. Have a little fun and stop being such goddamn sticks in the mud. This is more of that PC bullshit where people just don't know how to have a good fucking time. No one can have friendly or open debate, the middle ground. Well, yeah, you look at Charlie Kirk, man. I hate to bring up good old Charlie Kirk in this conversation, but, you know, people have claimed ownership of politics. They've claimed ownership over hobbies. They've claimed ownership over fucking, you know, public domain. It's like, fuck, man. Everybody needs to calm down and slow the fuck down. It's time to get back to the 80s way of thinking. I am sorry. I am a child of the 80s. I was born in 1977, born and raised in the 80s, you know, when everything was fun. There was music in the background. People were dancing and happy, swiping their credit cards, thanks to Bill Clinton. But, I mean, I'm being facetious, but you guys know what I mean. It was fucking fun. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. You want to talk about the Berlin Wall and all that? Fine. You want to talk about the Cold War? Fine. But after that, man, not everything was so fucking stiff. Like, people are, if they were any stiffer, they'd be a surfboard. Calm down, man. Calm the fuck down. Just fucking calm down. Everybody needs to fucking relax and take a deep breath, man. It's pathetic. And seeing these grown men on fucking Facebook. Not now. That's my mother. She's. Yeah, that's my mom. Gonna have to wait. I just started this live stream. The 80s the best decade? Yeah, man, I would love to go back to the 80s again. It was simple, man. You know, like that my generation, I think, is the last of a generation that was truly fun-loving, inventive, creative, happy, you know, free-spirited. And now it's like fucking everybody's sour grapes and salty. It's like ridiculous, man. It's like, jeez, calm the fuck down. Calm down. Everybody needs to fucking chill. You know, brand new music with electronic background. Like Michael Jackson was the best example of that. With the type of music that he was coming up with. It was all fresh and new. It wasn't violent. You know, like it is now. It wasn't about, you know, obviously a lot of music was about picking up girls. But it's not like it is now where it's so blatantly sexual that, you know, it's borderline trying to encourage rape culture and all that kind of stuff, like the left like to use that terminology. It's sick and it's sad. It really is. People need to fucking loosen up. They really need to loosen up. What's up, Biggie? How you doing? Totally agree. This generation has repeatedly shown that they absolutely cannot calm down. It's really sad. Yeah, because they've allowed themselves. That's why I sold off my, except for the 2 hats that are down there. I sold off all my Trump hats. All the Trump stickers I had on my car, I took off. I've come to realize that I'm allowing outside forces to influence the way I think, feel, and believe. I've always been a happy-go-lucky guy. I mean, yeah, I could be a little bit of a fucking, you know, salty prick once in a while. But at the end of the day, man, you know, for the most part, I enjoy life. You know, I fought long and hard for the things that I have. And had to go through all sorts of hell with being backstabbed, betrayed, lied to, and everything else. And right now I've got my cloud, and I want to sit on that cloud, and I'm going to do it through attrition. And now it's like everything is so fucking serious and dry and boring and cookie cut and safe. Yeah, it was people like Madonna, like, you know, Tina Turner never did that. Like, she was sexy in a classy way, you know what I mean? Tina Turner was dope. Donna Summer back in the 70s was dope. Cyndi Lauper made it fun, but then she's a fucking political activist now these days, you know? Yeah, man, that live stream is gonna linger for a while. The old incident in the toilet. I'm taking a shit. That one's gonna linger for a while. I'm taking a shit. What are you doing? You're saying your life. I would have never have known you were in there if you would have just kept your mouth shut. What did your family decide to do? Well, I had a big talk with my sister and my mother today about a lot of things. I can't really get into it because it's really personal family stuff now at this point. And I don't want to discuss it publicly. But there are a couple issues that we're talking about right now currently amongst my family. Anything I say right now, I really can't really get into it, to be honest with you. But, yeah, I had a big talk with my sister. I had a big talk with my mom again today. That was my mother that just called me right now, as a matter of fact. And, well, we'll discuss it when we reach that point. For right now, I can't really get into certain stuff. But besides all that, it's just like, man, fucking God, like enough. Have a little fun. MTV and VH1 videos with hosts like Casey Kasem. Yeah, like Saturday morning cartoons. You know, I have gigabytes of Saturday morning cartoons that I still watch to this day, believe it or not, like a big man child. Garfield and Friends, Pee-wee's Playhouse, obviously Transformers, G.I. Joe, Voltron. I have Bionic 6. I have almost all the episodes of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I have Alvin and the Chipmunks, which I used to love as a kid. You know, and I still jam the 80s music. It's like everything was so much fun. It was like free-spirited, you were loose, you didn't, you know, you could be as fucking politically incorrect as you wanted to back in the 80s. Nobody would give a shit. These people had a sense of humor. And then once fucking, you know, the 90s rolled around and the 2000s rolled around, that's when everything started changing. And then obviously the big event, which the 25th anniversary of this particular event next month is coming around, that was the catalyst for everything going in the complete opposite direction that we were heading in. To be nothing but fucking politically divisive, conservative, liberal, Democrat, Republican, gay, straight, black, white, this, that, and every fucking thing else. And it's tiresome already. It's fucking tiresome. People need to just fucking calm down. You know, it's like these dummies in this one Transformers group that didn't even fucking watch the live stream. They didn't bother to watch the live stream. They didn't bother to watch the video. They just open up their mouths first. And this is a symptom of the modern internet. When you see titles and videos and you see thumbnails, you immediately react to that, but you don't take the time to actually click on the fucking link and watch the thing. And then people immediately react. Everybody's so fucking emotionally bankrupted by things today that nobody takes the time to sit down and actually say, oh, you mean I have to open the book to read the book? Because I heard somewhere that the title of the book was no good. Did you read the fucking thing? No. Well, there you go. Fat Albert, Snorks, Smurfs, Heathcliff, Rainbow Bright, Mass, Gem. Yeah. I mean, it was great. Galaxy High, which was a rare cartoon that lasted, I think, only 16 episodes. I have all 16 on my computer. But there were tons and tons and tons of that kind of shit. Like Mighty Mouse, Pac-Man, Super Mario Brothers 3, and The Adventure of Link, which is a pretty rare cartoon. Well, excuse me, princess. How about Captain N? Nintendo. Oh my god, man, fucking relax. People need to fucking just shut the fuck up. People need to get the freaking, they really need to get the fucking sand. They need to get the fucking steel wool out from between their legs and just live a little bit. Live a little bit. George Carlin made this awesome joke when he was alive. You know, you can't even talk about rape. You're not allowed to make rape jokes. Well, guess what? I think rape is fucking hilarious. Try to imagine Elmer Fudd raping Porky Pig. See? Just get that image in your brain. You know, and he made good points when he was alive. And people are just too damn stiff. Everybody's so fucking stiff. Stiff as a goddamn fucking surfboard. People need to relax, man. You know, and we're talking about fucking toys. Toys! That's the part that astounds me the most. That grown-ass men are so butthurt because you're talking about their fucking toys and costumes. I'm like, man, people have completely lost their sense of reality. That when you live in a fantasy world like that, again, as a former member of the 501st, a lot of people were offended by me because I was outspoken then, I'm outspoken now. They tried to shut me up and silence me. To this day, I'm still being attacked by them fucking idiots. And it's like it's a goddamn hobby that was supposed to be by the fans for the fans. Everything is it's everything is like a fucking job now. Everything is lousy and boring and stale and stiff and humorless. Like, man, fucking people just need to relax, dude. People really need to fucking relax. Chill out. It's insane. Like these sports card talking heads that are on YouTube all the time. Every time there's a certain player's sports card that goes down in value, they're immediately out there, immediately waving their hands. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Well, this player, it's going to go up and it's going to go up. Invest, invest, invest. Speculate, invest. And I'm like, that's why I'm glad I got rid of them sports cards, them graded sports cards that I did. I mean, you know, I would love to. I would have loved to have kept that Shohei Ohtani and Ken Griffey rookie, and Don Mattingly rookie. But at the end of the day, man, it's just like, it was good having them, but I don't have as much fun, you know, with graded sports cards as I would with like the Transformers collectibles that I have, or the jerseys I wear. I could change jerseys all day, every day. I could change. I can have a jersey for every day of the month, and have more fun with that than I would having something locked up inside my closet, in a box. That's why I said, you know what? I'm going to change things around a little bit. I'm going to start doing YouTube shorts with my Transformers toys. Why not? They've been getting like 200, 300, 400 views. One of them got over 1,000. Because I'm having fun with it and doing what you should be doing, enjoying yourself. Everything's fucking stale and crusty and barren and arid. It's like, God, stop. You know, I saw this and I actually put it on my Facebook page that some asshole from one of these Ghostbusters cosplay groups got busted because he was tampering with the fucking donations and trying to take over the group itself, and the feds busted him for fucking fraud or some shit like that. I might make a separate video about it tomorrow. I wish they would do that with the rest of these fucking groups, because like what the 501st did with me and threw me under the bus, instead of protecting one of their own, they protected their own fucking interest. One, Anthony Palladino, who was in charge, allowed it to happen. And their little Chinese group that they had, one of their little subgroups, which I was put in the middle of a fucking war between the guy who was running the show at that time, you know, which is Anthony Palladino, and his dude Ray Ng and his little fucking cult of followers with this Chinese group that they had, kept trying to get me, or put me in the fucking middle of their personal fight, because they didn't want to get busted by Lucasfilm. They would lose their 501c status. Walter, help me, help me. You have no idea what these people don't tell you. Because of the bullshit they put out there about me. Again, it's to discredit me because they want me to be silent. But they care too much about their 501c status. Shh, we don't talk about that. Shh, quiet, quiet. It's out of control. That's why I'd rather be a lone wolf. There's a really famous YouTuber in the toy collecting space called Toy Polloy. He is a genius. I love this dude's content. He takes old toys and figured out all kinds of crazy ways to bring these toys back to life and to repair them and repaint them and fix them and all that kind of stuff. And people through, and of course it was the Star Wars homos that are out there who are like, oh, you're tampering with them, you're changing them, you're altering them. They're fucking toys. They're going to break. They're going to get scratched. At least this dude has enough heart and care and values these things to keep them going and to preserve them. So what's the big deal? Unlike sports cards, and you putting wax on a fucking card and then trying to stick it into a plastic holder where that wax can dry and fall apart over time. This guy literally rebuilds toys from scratch. And people threw him out of the forums because of that. He wasn't trying to flip broken toys. He never came up, he never did that sort of thing. He would try to fix like an old Star Wars toy for himself or give it away to somebody or whatever it is. They threw him out of the forums. Because people are so protective over this shit. It's just fucking stop. God, stop anymore. Enough. You know, and seeing these man babies in this one Facebook group, I think 2 or 3 of them in particular. Oh, it's a waste of gas and time and mileage on your car. And I'm like, the fuck is that your concern? The point was to have fun. Know what I mean? Bullshit. Give me a second. Pardon me, please. Okay. Sorry, folks. Give me a moment here. You know what it is? It's the weather outside. It's interfering with my phone. Never mind. Well, quick update. This is the second batch of orders I got today. That's a paintball insert for a Tipman 98 Custom or A5. And more baseball cards sold today. So that's actually... How many orders I got here? 1, 2, 6... I think I had, what, 5 or 6? That's 12 orders I had today. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, but anyway, it's just like, God, man, fucking relax. Just everybody needs to chill out. Take a deep breath, man. Calm down. Have a beer, have a smoke, and just slow it down a little bit. You know, there's all these fucking rules and rules and rules and more rules, and all the fun gets squeezed out of everything. It's like, man, that's why one of many reasons why I started my own business, because I don't want to be in artificial competition with some fucking fellow employee who's trying to advance himself at my expense by gossiping and talking all this shit. And what we used to call in union construction, column watching, where they'll hide behind a column. Oh, look, he's taking 5 minutes to actually think. He's standing there doing nothing. Yeah, thinking is part of the job too. You know what I mean? Especially when you're working on multi-million-dollar projects, you need to fucking think. Because one wrong move, that's on your shoulders, and you can cost your company money and probably kill somebody. So yeah, thinking is part of the job too. You know, dealing with traffic, dealing with fucking dangers on the job, and you know, working for myself. I've pretty much taken the human element out of all of it. I don't need unnecessary competition. I don't have a boss barking at me. I can come and go as I please. If I want to get up and take a leak, I do it whenever I want. I don't have to sell baseball cards. And it's fun. I have a good time doing it. And I'm making a little money on the side. But these fucking certain people out there, they just take it so fucking seriously. They actually think, feel, and believe that, you know, these Marvel characters belong to them, that they cosplay in, or fucking Darth Vader or some stupid fucking Jedi. And look at how Marvel and Star Wars turned out, by the way. And now Star Trek is falling by the wayside too because of the same fucking, you know, brain cancer known as TDS. The fun is going away. It's awful, man. People need to fucking relax and have fun again. Have fun. That's my Starscream. That's my Optimus Prime. That's my Darth Vader. How dare you comment and criticize it? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with that bullshit. What's up, 99? Not much. I'm just talking a lot of nonsense. I mean, I'll summarize for you. So, like, I had, you know, there's a couple of these Manchildren in one of these Facebook groups. Apparently didn't like the fact that I got into my car, on my time with my gas, decided to try to find one of these Starscreams, which I mentioned I already had, but I wanted to see if I could find another one and have a little fun doing it. And they got offended by that because, of course, one of them is selling Transformers toys, you know, and it's probably insulting to see somebody actually having a good time doing what he likes, like yours truly here. And it's ridiculous. Yeah, Star Trek is ruined. Star Wars is ruined. All of these IPs are fucking ruined. You know, it's the same type of people. These stern, stiff, serious, gossiping, misshapen, big fat head, little body. You know, or their heads are shaped crooked like fucking Gumby. They got broken teeth at the gum line. Frizzy, ugly, fucking long hair. They got beards and mustaches that looks like they have ketchup, gravy, mustard, corn oil, yesterday's cheeseburger grease in their fucking beards. One arm hangs down lower than the other. You know, they have a weird limp because they have a big growth on their fucking leg, like weird, spooky people that believe in astrology. You know, some of them duct tape their ding-dongs to the sides of their legs and want to convince us that they're fucking women when they're not. You know the types. It's the same shit, same bullshit, same boring people. You know, the same people that just, you know, they command and demand respect when respect is earned, not given. Don't surrender these values, folks. But when it comes to this, toys? Seriously? You can't always get what you want. But you got people that are out there that think they have the right to police hobbies, that they have the right to tell you what you should and should not do with your fucking stuff. It's pathetic and it's disgraceful. You know, and the real reason why a lot of these guys do that is because they have a certain invested interest in it, because it's like in the sports card hobby. A lot of these guys pour thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into their sports cards. They have sponsorships, you know, doing shameless e-begs like I do through my eBay store. My business is my own. But they've got sponsorships, and God forbid these cards lose value, they're fucked. So all that money that they pumped into the hobby, they'll be shit out of luck. Yeah, dude. What's up, Penny? Yeah, exactly what Penny just said. It's the same story, man. It's the same damn story all the time, every time. You've got people like this that just will not let you have a good time. They want you to be dull and boring like they are. You know, like if I say the word fag, look at how nice it rolls off the tongue. You see that? Fag. Why not? Why not? It's ridiculous. It's pathetic. It's all about context. It boils down to context, folks. People are just way too serious these days. You got to have a little bit of enjoyment. You know, I remember how I used to be years ago on YouTube, allowing my emotions to fucking run away. I mean, I've had some serious content, you know, on this channel concerning, you know, being cheated on and everything else, and my dad dying and everything. But, you know, politically and all that stuff, if you let that shit invade your brain, which is why I decided to separate myself from all that stuff recently, you'll find that you are no longer you. You are weaponized by someone or something else. I like this me a lot better because now I'm more objective. I can sit back and take a look at all this stuff and say, okay, this is a disaster. This is a mess. I don't want that. I don't want to be like him. I definitely don't want to be like her. I'm the guy way up in the nosebleeds, looking down, watching the game. I'm just a spectator. And the way some of these people treat these hobbies, it's like, it's mine. It's my Optimus Prime. You can't talk about that. You can't do anything with it. How dare you criticize it? How dare you? Fuck Star Wars. Star Wars has been bankrupted by these DEI assholes. Alex Kurtzman got called out for that recently because there were interviews of him talking about it should be about the message. The message. No, it's not. It's supposed to be about the fucking story, first and foremost. Using your imagination. Instead, every little speck, every little strand of fabric, every dent, every ding has to have its own separate movie in Star Wars now, when it was all about the imagination. You know, apparently your brain can actually fill in the blanks according to how you treat the franchise in your mind. But no, everything, and then we have to have inclusion. Not everybody is fucking good at everything, excuse me. Not everybody's meant for the brass ring. Not everybody's meant to be successful. Not everybody's meant to be a rock star. Here I am sitting in my living room. I'm fucking nobody. You know what I mean? I'm a nobody. I'm sitting in my living room talking to you people on YouTube, talking about baseball cards and toys as a grown man. You know what I mean? At least I have that kind of perspective where I can look at things more objectively now. And people can't do that. Give me that. It's mine. Shh. Don't you dare talk about my Optimus Prime. It's ridiculous. What? This card is going to be worth $1 million someday. Don't you dare criticize that card. Shh. Don't you dare. You bad, mean, MAGA Trump, racist, something or other. It's so sick. It's sick, folks. It's really sick. You know, I just realized I can do this. Now that I don't have my breakdown work desk here anymore, it's underneath my my main desk. It's nice I can put my feet up now on my ottoman. But yeah, it's so sad, the state of affairs, the way things are, that like you can't even poke fun at anything. You can't get into your own car, open up the windows, roll down the windows, let the fresh air hit your face, bring a couple people like your fine selves onto this channel and go out and have a good time. And what did I spend on the whole trip? I bought one energy drink and I got McDonald's takeout. What was that? $15 at most? You know what I mean? And a quarter tank of gas. Give me a fucking break. Loosen up. Well, you know, they do that to themselves. You know, like I said, if I found one of those Star Screams, I wouldn't know what to do with it anyway. I really wouldn't know what to do with it. Because I got mine sitting right there, right next to Thundercracker and Skywarp. But this whole thing is bringing out the fucking worst in the collector space. You know, like now they were talking about whatchamacallit there with Topps or Bowman or somebody ripping off the wrapping on hobby and jumbo boxes. They're doing that with Pokemon over at Target. to stop people from trying to flip these boxes. But yet, in my experience, and you guys saw that firsthand, in those 6 targets that I went to, shelves of Pokemon cards just gone. Gone. Completely gone. All because of the illusion that somehow they're going to get rich off of this shit. That they have no jobs. They got food stamps. I was on food stamps. I haven't been on food stamps in years because I got this eBay business of mine to make up for the difference, to supplement my income. Most of them are on food stamps. Most of them are fucking broke. They're all trailer park trash or these inner city ghetto yo-yo bees. You know? They're the ones who are scalping. I remember when the Nintendo Mini Classic came out many years ago. You know? You had gamers that literally had the first batch. I think the first run, they only released 1 million of them. Or something to that effect. And gamers who were essentially like the Big Bang Theory types were getting their asses beaten, robbed by the yo-yo bees and the trailer park trash. Just to flip them for what was the Nintendo Classic going for? $49.99? $59.99, something like that. And they were flipping them on eBay for like $200 to $300. It's sick. Yeah, I paid. My Missing Link Ultra Magnus is sitting right there on my shelf, and that thing was over $200. But to see Big Bad, well, then again, Big Bad Toy Store, that's a different story because that's a retail outlet. The NES Mini is dumb expensive now. Yeah, it is. But then again, you can't trust that what you're getting is actually an authentic NES Classic because so many fakes and counterfeits went out at that time that, I mean, there's subtle differences between the. I got the box here. I think I showed it on camera to you guys. I think I showed it to you guys on camera. Yeah, that's the NES Classic box. That's from the second run that they did. And there are little nuances to the box versus like a fake or a cheap knockoff or a counterfeit. And I'm sure that after the NES Classic was well circulated, I'm sure there are still plenty of fakes out there. And you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. But now, because of the nature of these collecting spaces and hobbies, like even with myself, I have Studio Series Thundercracker up there, and there's a company already that's been pumping this new knockoff that's based off of that action figure with all sorts of bells and whistles and gap fillers and improvements to the thing for half the price. Yeah, I got them right down there, as a matter of fact. You see my NES Classic. I actually had to buy a replacement label because the Nintendo logo on it actually wore off over time. But, I got the Intellivision Flashback. There's the NES Mini, the SNES Mini, and then the Genesis Mini. Well, actually, that's the Mega Drive Mini. That's the Japanese version. That has the dual scheme when you actually log on to it or you start the machine up. It's got two different cover sets when it comes to the games. You get the Japanese titles and you get the American titles. But that one is unhacked. It's still virgin, actually. My NES and SNES are hacked. Those are not virgin. But but basically, people wanted them. They were clamoring for them. They were fist fighting over them. Guys were literally, and I feel sorry for like true gamers that had one in their hand and literally would get robbed right outside these places. You hear that honking? That's one of the have-nots on his precious electric bicycle, off to make his probably third or fourth trip to the fucking cigarette shop to get boozed up and wasted. And then meanwhile, he spent a couple nights in a hospital not that long ago because of vitamin deficiencies. Which, by the way, I haven't touched a beer. It's now, 2 weeks? Something like that, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? However long it's been since that party took place at the pool. Cheers, everybody. Oh. My second batch of... not another one. I gotta remember to get another bug net for my damn door. It's another one of those annoying little freaking fruit flies that just right in front of my face, damn it. There's a way to get it. These things, they love the LED lights. Sorry if I got that LED on. It's just, I'm hoping to attract this thing so I can kill it. But anyway, that's my second batch of eBay orders I got today, surprisingly. So business has definitely picked up quite a bit. And thank you for everybody that's been buying my stuff. Stop bragging. No, I mean, it's, you know, I was talking, this is one of the subject matters I was talking to my sister and my mom about concerning other shit, which I really at this point can't talk about. But this came up in conversation, you know, how my eBay business is doing. You know, and trying to explain the economics of how this works, having to literally lower the prices on every single thing with the exception of a handful of items over at my eBay store just to generate sales. I mean, I am generating sales, but obviously I'm not making the kind of money that I was making, but I am making money nonetheless. But, you know, it's just, you know, it's a symptom of the way the economy is these days, unfortunately. But I'm hoping I can catch this little fucker. He keeps flying across my field of vision. I can see him at the side of my eye. But then once it goes into the black areas and the dark areas, I can't see. Anyway, let me put this LED over here. I'm hoping I can get this sucker to go to that LED because they're usually attracted to LEDs. Well, at least the rain stopped. I'm really going to have to check my car and make sure. Yeah, that's my next door neighbor. She was walking her dog, probably getting the mud off her shoes. Yeah, I really, after this live stream, I'll probably go downstairs and check my car because there's a big ass chunk of tree, not a branch, but a big chunk of tree that I could just see past my window. That's like that big, that thick. And probably about, maybe about, I'm going to guess here, probably about 16 feet long at least. 18 feet long. That's a big chunk of tree that came down. Well, anyway, hope you folks are having a fine Friday. Mine again. I've been busy with the eBay store. I do have to take the time to redo a lot. There's still maybe like 2 dozen or 3 dozen baseball cards I have to redo the photos of just to have better quality photos. Fucker right in front of my face. That's the worst when it comes to them little fruit flies, is when they're like that. They're either buzzing around in your ear or they fly in front of your field of vision. God damn it. I'm going to have to sit there like I'm praying. Oh, my But anyway, yeah, today I was, for the most part, pretty busy. But I still got to replace a lot of the photos over at the eBay store. But my item count is all the way, it went from like 700 down to, I want to say, somewhere around 610. 45 of which of those listings that were up were expired auctions, which I'm not going to relist because it's going to cost me 35 cents per listing and simply not worth it. So I'm going to wait until September, and I'm just going to let that number continue to liquidate and let it decrease. And then the 45 or so auctions that didn't sell, I'll just relist those at 99 cents. And use Mr. Miyagi, beginner luck. Go. Did I get him? Come on, you son of a bitch. And what's good is the LED. See, he keeps flying around over here. And by the time I get my field of vision on him. Well, that is the case. Up to, at least in my case, 250 listings I get for free. The 250 first listing and on, I have to pay 35 cents for. But that's only within a 30-day or, within a calendar month time frame. So by the time September 1st rolls around, the clock will reset again to 250. But after that many sales, I mean, they should do away with that. In my case, I mean, at this point, I have over 2,100 feedbacks with well over 3,000 items sold. I'm still trying to catch this son of a bitch. I keep seeing it. It keeps going like this, in and out of my field of vision. I can't fucking track it. Once it disappears into the background, I can't see it. Anyway. But I think that's how it should be. I think eBay should give us breaks, because if I'm consistently selling at this point in time, and they're definitely getting a percentage from my eBay sales. When it comes to that 15%, I mean, I'm getting what, 85 cents per card or something like that, I think, or 84 cents or 83 cents, I forget what it is, per every 99-cent sale that I make. They should just give it to you, or let you have, as long as you're consistent, they shouldn't put that 35-cent requirement on you after 250 listings. I think that's bullshit. Oh, come on, where'd you go? Just this thing's distracting. Anyway. So yeah, once everything is said and done, the customer pays the sales tax. And they pay for the shipping, but the shipping they pay to me, and then I have to pay for the shipping out of my account. It's strange how that works. They give me the shipping money, and then I have to pay for the shipping itself. That's my responsibility. But then once the 15% is calculated, whatever's left is yours. So after the shipping, out of 100, 15% is 85%. So you're getting 85% of the take with any sale that you make at a 2% rating. So because I'm selling everything at 99 cents, I'm probably getting like 86 cents out of that, if you do the math. So, but it's still better than nothing, because I wasn't doing too good there for a while. And now all of a sudden, all these orders have been coming in. I sold a paintball insert. I just listed this guy here, which is a Bolt Delrin from Kill House, which I think are still in stock in a lot of paintballing shops online, but they're selling theirs for like $30 or more in some cases, and I'm selling mine, I think, for 25 bucks, whatever it was I listed it for. But somebody bought that Empire insert, which is this box right here. I think they're discontinued, I'm not sure. But I saw that they were going for $11.99, and that's how I priced mine. And then somebody watched the listing, and I threw them an offer of $10, and within like 2 hours, boom. So, but I've been lucky, man. I've been very lucky. I got nothing to complain about. I got nothing to complain about. It feels really nice, man, with that breeze coming through here, but my patio is soaked as shit. But anyways, guys, I'll be honest with you. I might not be on that long for tonight. I might only be on here for a few more minutes. I kind of want to wind down and take it easy tonight. You know, like I said, I had a pretty big conversation with my mother and my sister about certain stuff. Not going to get into it. I had a conversation with both of them about a little internal family dispute that's going on. Obviously, I had the one batch of eBay orders I took into the post office today. And then I went to relist a lot of the other listings that were still more than 99 cents, with the exception of a handful of those listings. But I got to go back again and take photos of the ones that have dark photos or photos that were up there for over, I can't believe a lot of these sports cards were up at my eBay store for over a year. It's like, geez. But, you know, like I said, here's the second batch, and it's still early. It's only 7 o'clock my time here on the East Coast, so who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens, but I kind of want to relax tonight. I figure let me just do a quick live stream for you guys and say hi and just catch you up a little bit with stuff. I mean, to be honest with you, there's really not much going on, guys. I'm just talking for the sake of talking. But I did want to talk about this a little bit in a more open forum with a live stream about these man babies. It's like fucking A, man. Grown men. grown ass men. Thank God that I pay rent. Like today, I paid off one of my insurance policies just to get it out of the way for the next 3 months. So I'm way ahead on that. My God, fucking people, man, their priorities are just completely out of whack. Completely out of whack. You know, and then you want to bash a guy because he decided to go take a fucking joyride someplace. Tell that to the Hells Angels or motorcycle groups. You know what I mean? That do that shit on a regular basis. You got car clubs that do that on a regular basis. Single families go take fucking road trips to nowhere. If they got a Winnebago, they just pick up and go. It's stupid. Never heard of such a thing. People are just fucking miserable. Really miserable. But, oh, the sun's starting to peek out. I'm a little late for that. A little late for that. But anyways, guys. Like I said, I'm probably going to call it early tonight, man. I just wanted to do a quick live stream just to say hi to you folks. And thank you like always. You know, maybe I'll plan another road trip to nowhere. We'll see what happens. I mean, there's really no collectible at this time that I want or need. Unless I go food shopping in the next week or two. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I'll be honest with you guys, I really think I'm going to end the live right here. I know it's a short live, but I just kind of want to, like I said, the conversation I had with my mother and my sister today, talking about certain stuff and doing the eBay stuff today. And, you know, I gave my apartment a good vacuuming today and cooking and everything else. So, and to answer your question, I'm probably just going to take it easy cooking tonight. I'm probably going to have some tuna on whole wheat. I'm not going to go crazy cooking tonight. I just don't feel like it. I feel a little burnt out, to be honest with you. I might be on tomorrow night. I can't see why not. Alexa, what's tomorrow's forecast?
Tomorrow, there will be some sun and thunderstorms, with a high of 87 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 68 degrees.
Oh, that's a little vague. But probably. We'll see. Just keep an eye out on the community page. You know, like I posted a little thing, fine, I'll live stream tonight. I was kind of like debating whether or not I was going to come on here for a little bit, but I got to start getting into my reviews. You know, I still got a ton of stuff I got to talk about on the channel, but all this other stuff has been getting in the way. But yeah, like I said, just, you know, having a conversation with my mother and my sister today for a couple hours about certain things, and cleaning my apartment, vacuuming my apartment, especially here where I had my work table. it was nice I pulled the ottoman out, I pulled the couch out, moved some stuff around, vacuumed around here. It was just a pretty busy day all around, minus, making content for the channel and all that. But I'm burnt out today, and I really don't want to go crazy. That's why I'm doing this so early. I think typically from now on, I'll be live streaming like around 8 to 8:30. That seems to be the sweet spot for everybody. Because I guess that's when everybody's home from work, depending, whether you're on the East Coast or the West Coast. That's a nice time frame to start. I think that's going to be my universal time frame to live stream from now on, starting at somewhere between 8 and 8:30 my time here on the East Coast. But yeah, I'm just a little burnt out, guys. Again, I wanted to say hi and thank you like always and all that good stuff. But I think I'm going to call it right here and kick back and watch some boob tube for a while, and then we see what happens. But listen, everybody, from me to you, enjoy your Friday night. Enjoy this weather, man. September's right around the corner. We're on the cusp of fall, folks. So whatever summer's left, take advantage of it while you can. And that's pretty much it. So good night. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. And we'll see what happens, guys. And again, like always, thank you. I'll talk to you soon.